The Warrior football team is moving on up. Today, Hawaii got a boost in both national top 25 polls. Reach Mizu standing by live in the newsroom with more.
Well, Howard, after Saturday's stomping of Northern Colorado, the question Hawaii fans were asking is not if, but how far the Warriors would climb in the national polls. And the Warriors are indeed moving on up. As you just said, in the Associated Press Top 25 poll released today, Hawaii leaps up a full 3 spots to number 20. And in the Top 25 coaches poll, the Warriors climb up 2 places to number 22. And though the national attention is great, the team says, well, they aren't getting too caught up in all this poll talk.
A big statement for us, and hopefully it'll give us some recognition across the country. I'm pretty sure, it's a lot of politics, people out there, who hate to see Hawaii in the top 25. So we just want to, install and let everybody know that, we deserve to be in the top 25. So we just are working hard and trying to stay humble as possible.
What I tell our guys as we go through this journey, I don't want you reading the paper. I don't want you reading magazines, looking at rankings and all that stuff, because as fast as you ascend, the drop is even faster and harder.
And nobody knows that.
Hello, everybody. Let's talk sports. The UH Warrior football team is moving on up. Hawaii climbed several spots in the national rankings today following a 63-6 demolishing of Northern Colorado Saturday and a weekend that saw several ranked schools losing to lesser opponents. Warriors jumped up in the AP poll from 23rd to 20th, closing in on the highest ranking in the history of the program. Hawaii was rated 18th in the AP back in 1981. WAC member Boise State came in at number 22 in this week's AP poll, but it was flip-flopped as far as the Hawaii-Boise State thing in the coaches poll, with Hawaii number 22 up from 24th and the Broncos of Boise State at number 20. USC was tops in both polls. To sound kind of Yogi Berra-ish here, the most visible absence in the national polls was Michigan. Wolverines went from 5th all the way out of the top after the Maize and Blue lost to Division I AA Appalachian State on Saturday, 34-32, becoming the first ever ranked 1A team to fall to a 1AA school. It's the furthest slide since the inception of the top 25 AP ranking in 1989. As for the Warriors, it was back to work this morning. Hawaii not too concerned about the national rankings. In fact, the polls hadn't yet been released when Hawaii was holding its morning practice. The players instead focusing on their next assignment. That's a 2-week road swing that'll take them to Louisiana Tech this weekend, followed by UNLV.
As soon as they get on that plane, shouldn't have too much horsing around. Everybody should be studying their plays or doing some homework and just getting their mind right and their bodies right for the game. Staying out of trouble.
There's going to be times where, the bus might be late, the flight might be delayed, but, it's up to the leaders, just definitely for the young guys on the team, just, keep them focused.
This is our job. This is what pretty much, we get paid to do. Some of us on scholarships, some of it's just the reward that we get of winning and stuff like that. So this is a business trip, and we just got to take that mentality to it.
First up, it's La Tech in Ruston. Bulldogs got off to a 1-0 start this past weekend with a victory over Central Arkansas. That game's scheduled for Saturday at 1 p.m. Hawaii time. Here's some breaking news, however. Starting linebacker Blaze Suarez will not make the trip. He apparently aggravated a hamstring injury today at practice. Brad Kalilimoku will start in his place. Kalilimoku had 10 tackles Saturday, starting at strong side. Suarez also sat that game out.
The UH football team, off their season-opening 63-6 win over Northern Colorado, moved up 3 spots to 20th in this week's AP poll. 5-time defending WAC champ Boise State also moved up 2 spots to 22nd. In the coaches poll, Warriors climbed 2 spots to 22, Broncos up 3 to 20. USC and LSU go 1-2 in both polls. I hope you're all having a pleasant evening. Michigan, a 34-32 upset loser Saturday to Division I AA Appalachian State, went from 5th in the country to out of the polls this week. That's the biggest fall since the rankings expanded to the top 25 back in 1989.
I'm glad that we had a game at home, regardless of who it was, prior to going on the road. I think that does affect your confidence and your chemistry. And you need to have that when you go on the road, and we got 3 of the next 4 games on the road.
That's UH head football coach June Jones. His Warriors hit the road tomorrow to take on Louisiana Tech on Saturday in Ruston, where Hawaii lost 46-14 2 seasons ago. Bulldogs, under first-year top dog Derek Dooley, opened their season with a 28-7 win over Central Arkansas.
Louisiana Tech's going to be a real physical team for us. They're big and they got athletes, and I know that their coach comes from that mentality that you got to be tougher than the other team, and I know that's what he'll try to do, running the ball against us, and we're going to have to defend the run.
Linebacker Brad Kalilimoku led UH in tackles against the Bears. He'll start again with Blaze Soares still nursing injuries. And coaches have eyes on linebacker Timo Paipule, who hurt his foot versus UNC. Back to UH football. Phones have been ringing off the hook this week. Email has been flooded. The hot topic, and I kid you not, has been Colt Brennan's hair. Now, you got to admit, it's kind of cool. He's sporting the white look with a Hawaiian Island stenciled on.
Everyone keeps saying they're backwards, but that's because I can't put the Big Island on my eye. So I know the Big Island's supposed to be lower, but my head is round.
Colt's hair. I'd rock it if I didn't have long hair either. He got the Hawaiian Islands on him, and he's not Hawaiian, but represent.
He could walk around like this.
Tilt the head a little bit.
It's kind of cool. You have to admit, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's impossible to make it geographically
That's right.
correct.
I like it way better than those dreads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. That'd be a cool logo for a helmet, though, don't you think?
That'd be sweet.
That would be pretty sweet. Thank you, Robert.
It's been a 63-6 win, and every time the phone rings, it's, what's up with Colt's hair? He's a kid.
I think you should do him one better and put Island Television on yours, Robert.
Yeah. I told him shave the head, tattoo the islands.
That's right. That's hardcore.
I was joking.
You never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, Kid.
The Warrior football team has done more than start its first season in the national polls. It's found staying power in the top 25. UH ranks 20th in the nation this week in the Associated Press poll. That's 3 spots up from the preseason. Hawaii's 63-6 victory over Northern Colorado proved to be pretty convincing for the media voters. It's UH's second best ranking in school history. Hawaii reached 18th in 1981. So is Hawaii's position in the coaches poll. The Warriors also made a move up, going from number 24 to number 22. Hawaii sure is in a better position than Michigan. From number 5, the Wolverines have been dropped from both polls altogether. Michigan was upset by Appalachian State 34-32. It's the first time a ranked team's lost to a Division I AA team. It's also the biggest fallout in the AP poll since it expanded to 25 teams in 1989. The top 3 in the AP remain the same. USC at 1, LSU at 2, and West Virginia at number 3. Again, Hawaii is at 20 with Boise State at 22nd. The coaches poll is just the opposite for the WAC teams. Hawaii is at 22nd in that one, and Boise State is at 20th. UH linebacker Blaze Soares may have run into another setback. He started this morning on the traveling roster, but after practice, that may have changed. Soares reportedly re-aggravated his hamstring. Brad Kalilimoku will probably start in his place like he did on Saturday. Not sure if Soares would join the team for the UNLV game or miss the entire 12-day trip. Hawaii's first stop is at La Tech this Saturday. The Warriors lead the overall series with the Bulldogs 4-1.